Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Thanks as always for checking out the videos. Today we're going to be looking at my summer 2017 everyday carry setup and system. All the gear in this video is coming to us from Going Gear. The website is goinggear.com, and I spoke to Marshall probably like 2 years ago at SHOT Show, and then this past year at SHOT Show, and then we struck up a conversation at Blade Show 2017 this June, and we came up with this idea, hey, let's do an everyday carry video, but kind of a whole system from knife to flashlight to bag, the whole 9 yards. And again, all this stuff is available at Going Gear. So if you like anything that you see in this video, you want to purchase it, you want to check out more, I've got links down below in that description section. Just click on the Show More tab. You can head over to Going Gear to check out what they have to offer. So the way we're going to put this video together is basically in 3 sections. First, I'm going to take all the small gear, which is currently in this Maxpedition cap. I'll take it out, I'll lay it on the back of my car so we can talk through all the different pieces of that and what I think about the gear. Then we'll talk about this, which is where I'm obviously keeping those smaller items. And then I'll bring in the Osprey Flapjack, which is my everyday carry bag. Let's talk about the knife first in my everyday carry system. This is the Osborne 940. This is a Going Gear exclusive. You can see that kind of red cool inlay. It's actually called C-Tech. You got the red thumb studs there. Black handle, just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Your steel is CPM 20 CV, Rockwell hardness 59 to 61, 2.49 ounces, so a very lightweight knife. This is just a great EDC knife. If you've ever used one of the original Osbornes, the ones with the green and then kind of the purple spacers, I think it is in the back, those are great. Benchmade's come out with some other ones. This is an exclusive to Going Gear, and I just think this thing is beautiful. When Marshall and I talked, he's like, hey, you want to add the new Osborne 940 to your system, the everyday carry system? I was like, absolutely. So great little knife, not a hardcore woods knife, not something you're going to be doing tons of feather sticking with, though it is strong enough that you could do that. The access lock is extremely strong. It's got a great reputation. But as far as everyday carry, this is maybe one of the top 5, if not the top 3, when I think of a beautiful high-class everyday carry knife. You got your pocket clip there. It's going to be tip up, carry only, but you have both right and left side. Your blade length is 3.4 inches, handle length 4.47, and so that makes it 7.87 inches from end to end. This is a fun knife to just flip. My original Osborne 940, it was just super smooth. This one is too. Takes a little bit more to break this one in than the original one I had, but again, just an excellent knife. The steel is going to stay sharp for a long time. Nice long blade for slicing and cutting. Good tip for piercing. Lightweight, small, doesn't make a a huge print in your pocket. And again, a Going Gear exclusive. This is the Osborne 940. Next up here we have my flashlight, which is the JetBeam 2 Pro. I've been wanting to get a hold of one of these for a while. I've actually tried with a bunch of different companies and they were just out of stock. So Going Gear has them. Very cool little light. You can see that very aggressive bezel. 510 max output as far as your lumens. If you're looking at the bezel and saying that's cool, but maybe too aggressive for you, check this out. You can just spin this off. It's threaded, spin it around, basically invert it, put it back on. Now it's not an aggressive bezel. It also does come with just a standard smooth bezel there, so you don't have to worry about swapping it around or moving it if you don't want to. It's going to go from 100 lumens to 5 lumens to 0.5, so I'll show you that real quick here. 100, 5, and then 0.5 down there. Double click, it's going to go to the 510 option up to that highest setting, and then triple click, it'll go to strobe. And there's that. So yeah, I mean, cool little look at that light, tiny. Again, for me, my preference in almost all lights is the end cap switch, but I've been using like an Olight S1R for a while, and I'm getting used to these side switches. The thing about this light for me is a lot of punch in that 510 lumens, goes all the way down to that moonlight setting, and then also when you invert the bezel and make it more aggressive, now you've got a light that's going to be useful in self-defense, not just for 510 lumens in somebody's face to kind of disorient them, but if you had to get up close and personal, obviously that thing would let somebody know you mean business. And I was just messing around with some buddies, kind of tapping them with this, and they were like, oh man, that hurts. So just be aware. That thing means business. There's your pocket clip. Just a little look at the light there. There's the other side. So the JetBeam 2 Pro is my EDC flashlight in this system. Next up here we have the Griffin pocket tool, and I've been following these guys for a while on Instagram. I've seen them at Blade Show a couple times. Finally got my hands on one of these. I basically said to Marshall, you know, what size do you think I should get? And so this is the size he recommended to me. It says 15 tools, one design on their little handout here, and then on the back it's got the full rundown of all the tools. So let me just read it to you real quick. Scoring tool, 1/2-inch wrench, bottle opener, quarter bit driver, pocket clip, ruler, quarter hex 5/16, hex 3/8, hex 7/16, 1/2-inch hex, nail tool, pry tool, screwdriver. I mean, there's just a lot of things built into this little tool. Now, one of the cool things about this is that when you get this larger size, I think this is the XL. When you get this size, you know, you get more leverage in that prying tool, and you can basically run this over a belt loop or even run it over your belt. Put your keys here, and now that's hanging down. You can put that in your, put the keys in your back pocket, and now you've got this attached to your keychain, you know, as just your part of your everyday carry system. Very lightweight. They do come in a bunch of different colors, sizes, even materials, but the Griffin pocket tool is just a neat thing. If I'm not mistaken, Griffin pocket tool is also, I don't know if they're in charge of or the founders of, but very involved with Georgia bushcraft as well. So yeah, he's definitely branching out into a bunch of different areas. Again, I've been looking at this thing for a while, and now I've got a hold of one. Cool little pocket tool. Our next item is from CRKT in conjunction with Ruger, and basically it's a bolt action lead pencil. So I'll just show you that real quick. You can see that there, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's just a simple thing, but I always carry field notes, which I'll show you in 1 second. A little field notes pad, and now I've got a pencil that I can write on, or write in the field notes with. And it's just kind of unique, bright red. It has that Ruger name on it, and CRKT on the clip there. You could certainly use this as a self-defense tool as well. And one of my things about self-defense pencils, pens, whatever it is, usually pens, but is when they have the clicky end, I prefer it to be a solid end. And that is certainly the case with this. So, I mean, if you wanted to get somebody away and you, without the lead even, obviously, you know, popped them with this, they would definitely know you mean business, give you some space so they can reassess how much they want to engage with you. So, yeah, the Ruger and CRKT mechanical pencil. Cool item. If you're like, I like this, but I want the pen, they've got a pen option as well. As far as an everyday carry fire starter, this is the Numith Tow Hill, and this is a little lighter. It is a aluminum alloy. This is the orange. They've got a couple different options as far as colors. You can certainly run a you know, piece of paracord through there if you want to attach it to your keychains or whatever it is. Open it up and you can see the lighter inside. Basically take this guy out. See if I can do this. Yeah, take that out, and you're going to fill it up with lighter fluid. Put it back in, and then I'm going to light it for you. And there's that. And then it's got a nice O-ring, so you're going to lock this down and not lose, you know, via the gases sneaking out. You're not going to lose that lighter fluid. So this is cool, man. It's a little bit beefier than maybe some of the other ones you've seen. I had I want to say it's True Utility, I think, True Utility one before, and it was great for like, you know, a couple weeks, and then it just leaked because the O-ring was poorly made or poorly set up, and it didn't work. This one is a high quality one. Again, Numith Tow Hill lighter. Very cool little item, and again, multiple colors available as well. Two more small items to talk about, and then we'll look at the Osprey bag. This is field notes. I will let you know Going Gear has a lot of options when it comes to field notes, right in the rain, lots of small pads like that. If you want a larger one, if you want a smaller one, you want one with graph lines versus no lines, just they got a lot of options for you. And this thing is really durable. I mean, you can see it's pretty beat up on the back, but I can just cram this into a front pocket, back pocket, and then jot things down throughout the day. So field notes, right in the rain, whatever you want. Going Gear, like I said, has a ton of different options. Last item here, as far as the small items, is the Leatherman Juice S2. When I think of multi-tools, I think of full size, kind of this middle size, and then something that's like a keychain size. As far as the middle size multi-tool, I think this is the best one out there. It's a great option. It's got just the right amount of tools for me. It's not super heavy. The one thing they could have done would be to add a pocket clip, and less for me as far as carrying it, but more just to kind of organize it within my bag. But nonetheless, this is an excellent, excellent multi-tool. I mean, obviously Leatherman is known for making great multi-tools, and this one in particular, I think, as far as that middle range, is the top one out there. The pliers are not spring-loaded. I just want to let you know that. I just want to tell you also that two of the reasons I really like this multi-tool is because you got scissors and a blade, and both are available on the outside of the tool, so you don't have to open the whole thing up. They're immediately accessible, and yeah, I mean, that's a win for me. So yeah, the Leatherman Juice S2 is my everyday carry multi-tool. Now that we've talked about the individual gear, let me show you the cap, how it's organized, and some of the features on it. Laser cut molle on the front, nice handle on the top, laser cut molle on the back, with essentially what are the Maxpedition version of malice clips there. You do have some D-rings here if you want to put another strap or attach it to some other piece of gear. And we do have basically two main sections, a larger pocket and then a smaller pocket. In this front smaller pocket, I've got the Ruger pencil, and there's some elastic straps here, 4 different sections. In the back of this, we have a little lanyard where I have the lighter, and then we have the Griffin pocket tool, 3 smaller of the elastic straps, and then another section here, and then another pocket in the back, and that's all just in this front pocket. When we open up into the main section here, you can see I've got my field notes here in the back, a large pocket, and then 2 elastic straps, slightly larger than the ones in this front pocket. Spin it around, we've got 2 of those larger elastic straps. You can see I've got my Osborne and my flashlight here, and then down in the back here, I've got my Leatherman Juice S2. So, I wouldn't carry this around like this all day long, but when it comes to organizing your gear, this cap from Maxpedition is a great way to keep it organized. Again, you can attach it to another pack, and that's just a nice little organizational kind of pocket system. Last thing I want to show you is my bag, which is the Osprey Flapjack. I've got it in peat green, P-E-A-T, peat green, and it's also available in black as well. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's actually slung on my shoulder and then resting on my side, and then we'll actually take the camera, readjust it so you can actually see a close-up of the bag, and we'll talk through some of the specs and the features on it. Here's a quick look at the bag, and now on my side. Osprey calls this a courier bag, which is essentially a messenger bag. Some of the features, you got this clip here and then hook and loop inside when it opens up. So even if you don't clip this when you throw this down, it'll stay shut pretty safely. Opening this up, we've got high vis orange inside, which offers a nice contrast to your gear actually inside. Front pocket with pretty good amount of organization. I've got some pens in here, I've got a lighter, I've got a first aid kit, a couple other things. Not like an overwhelming amount of pockets, but enough to keep a couple basic things organized. So I like that, again, high vis in that front pocket there. There's another pocket here, which is where I keep all my tech stuff. So it's a little bit chaotic right now, but cords for my computer, my iPhone, my earbuds, stuff like that, plugs. So that's the second pocket. I'll show you the main section in a second. They have a nice handle up here on the top, and then there's actually a pocket here as well, and that is not huge, but it kind of runs down to about here in the bag. So you've got immediate access to a bunch of your gear. Looking down into the main section now, I've got my laptop in the back. This is a Mac Air, and it's got plenty of room in there. It's not bouncing all around over the place, but definitely doesn't feel like I'm trying to, cram the whole thing in. Then we've got another pocket here. I've got my iPad and some other papers in there. Then we have a zippered pocket, which currently I don't even have anything in there. And then you have kind of the front section here. I've got my Bible, and then I've got some books and a notepad and some other things there as well. So again, when this closes over, the way it actually closes over, you got the hook and loop and then the additional snap as well. And then just to show you on the back side here, you do have this additional snap, which you can take off. You can remove these if you want to, but the idea is that you've got the large strap over your shoulder, and then this you can put around your waist. I will mention to you that the large strap is quite comfortable. Got some grass there. Quite comfortable. You can shift it, and move it around, but I think there's something with the way they made it, whether it's the tightness or if there's some material in there, it doesn't move around like overly freely, so it's not like flopping all over the place. Got a little bit of this rubberized and padded section on the top to keep it from moving when it's actually on your shoulder. The last big win I want to mention is right down here, which is that you have a water bottle pocket on this side, which is awesome. That's a huge deal for me with bags. I want someplace to put my water bottle. And down here on this end, we do have another zippered pocket, and I actually have a Sheepdog scarf in that one. So this has been my summer 2017 everyday carry system, and I'll be using this through the summer and then into the fall as well. I've liked a lot of the items a lot, and the bag in particular. When I make these EDC videos, you got some people who are like, I want more detail on every piece of gear, and other people are like, just do a flyby, just let me know what you think overall. I'm gonna offer you a little bit of detail now, and then encourage you to go over to Going Gear's website, and you can dig into more information about the gear, and certainly leave comments if you have specific questions. The knife, I like a lot. I think it's a beautiful knife. I think it's definitely an everyday carry knife. If you want something that's everyday carry and also you're gonna be good out in the woods, I'd go with a Griptilian. If you like something larger, maybe something like the Crooked River, and that's just from Benchmade. Obviously there's other companies out there, but it's a good knife. You could use it in the woods. I would tend away from that. I tend to just look at it as an everyday carry folder. The flashlight I do like a lot. I like the fact that it's got kind of a reasonable range, and then boom, that 510 lumens as well. Every flashlight that has those little side switch buttons, I wish they had an end pressure switch. But again, I told you, I'm getting used to that side button. I will let you know that it took a little while for me to learn actually how to work all the different features and functions, and be careful because you can bump that little side button and then turn it on accidentally. So just, you know, something to be aware of. The field notes are great. The Ruger pen is basic, but it does or pencil is basic, but it does a good job, and it's kind of cool looking. The Griffin pocket tool, I haven't used a ton as far as all the different features, but it is sturdy, I can tell you that. And that's going to be rolled into my keychain system as well. So more information on that coming up. The Juice S2 from Leatherman, like I said, it's my favorite as far as that middle size. And the lighter, like I said before, the True Utility one worked and then kind of died out on me. I'm going to be using this longer term and see how well it maintains or keeps, you know, the lighter fluid inside. So I'll report into you and let you know about that. This bag, I've really enjoyed this bag. I'm kind of torn between, I really like the Vertex sling bag I was using, but I like this bag as well. I tend toward a sling bag or a messenger bag. Right now, I'm really liking the messenger bag from Osprey that I got from Going Gear. And it's very reasonably priced. It's only $100, which for an Osprey bag I think is quite good, especially with all the features. And the fact that they've got a water bottle holder in there, that's a pretty significant win for me. The Vertex bag doesn't have that, so that's why I think I'm going to be sticking with this for quite a while. Now, Going Gear actually has an everyday carry section on their website. Now, you could certainly, you know, pull things from all over their website, but they're committed to everyday carry so much that they have an entire section that you can go to and browse around to find things relevant to everyday carry. I want to say a big thank you to Marshall and Going Gear for sending this gear along for review and testing. And as always, I'll report into you as I use this stuff more and more. It's been, you know, give or take a month, and I want to use it more, like I said, through the rest of the summer into the fall, and I'll let you know updates on the things I test out and, you know, what I think of them. Overall, all this stuff has been good quality. I haven't had any initial issues. So yeah, just check back, particularly on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and I'll let you know if there's any issues, or also things that I really, you know, learned to love or really like a lot from the gear that I actually have. Thanks as always for checking out the videos. We have a couple more queued up for you right here. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids here on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.